National State of Emergency. Where are you? Where do you live? What do you give? Rights, fights, flights. Constitution. Existence is gone. From up above, you are seen as a pawn. True freedom is the spirituality. Be careful. Was told to you 20 years
There's already a design in place to control the human race, and if I say too much, it's me they will erase. So fix your face, it's time to fix your situation, cause too much time is wasted. So please take control and glorify your soul. That purity and spirituality is the only guarantee to be safe and free. And what they will do is create a police state, and some will say that it's already too late. So what can we debate? Don't you know your right to vote can go away, and it can be amended and we know one day. So who's to say or who's to know that aliens haven't been here since the pyramid show? But what I wanna know is why do you trust them so when they hate us so? And we'll never say sorry and keep on treating us just like basic Atari. Who are we? The original that's been mixed. Plus we've been violently mistreated by the 666.
How can we really see with our eyes are blinded to what we really need? They control our minds. How can we really see when our eyes are blinded to what we really need? They control our minds. Day in, day out. How can we really see when our eyes are blinded to what we really need? They control our minds. How can we really see when our eyes are blinded to what we really need? They control our minds.
What's up, good people? How are you? It's Eric Taylor, and this is episode 173 of my Knowledge is Love Astrology podcast with my amazing, kind of like a guest, but really a co-host.
I'm your GOAT? I'm your greatest of all time.
Well,
that means I'm your greatest of all time. You just called me your greatest of all time.
Well, the GOAT slipped out because the moon is in Capricorn tonight, and that's my moon.
Hey, Evelyn.
But I was saying my guest, but also my co-host. So I guess that blurred together in my mouth. It came out as GOAT.
GOAT.
GOAT. That's my GOAT. That's my bunny. I'm the bear. Hey, Evelyn. How are you, my friend?
How are you?
Tonight on Knowledge is Love, we will be talking about her and her business, sharing some of my, not the story, we don't need to talk about it anymore, but just the experience of doing the Jeff Mara podcast. And thank you for all the people who supported and watched that, and amazing new people with eyes on my channel. Really appreciate you guys. And Jeff was amazing, and he's also invited me back on for other stuff. And a little bit about the Capricorn Moon, because it's a Capricorn Moon tonight and even tomorrow morning.
Well, let me say, Jeff Mara's podcast was really super cool. I mean, I got a little starstruck. I was like, what? Because, he's been on the books for about a month, maybe. And,
well, he reached out to me, I think it was about maybe a month ago, 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
And
then we recorded this week.
I got on there to look for your podcast. And when I got on there, I was like, he had the guy who is the Capricorn. Okay, it's Evelyn. He's the guy who is the head of Unified TV and Unified Movement. Like, I love his.
He's always interviewing secret society plus.
Yeah, he has like all aliens kind of stuff. But I love his videos and stuff. And then he had the Bashar, the man who channels the Bashar, that entity that you see all the time on podcasts and stuff. I was like, what? That guy is interviewing my husband? What? That is so cool. I was so excited.
No, Jeff is
that.
a class act and a real gentleman. And we had a great time, and he did a good job, I guess, putting it all together. And yeah, I mean, the reality is I was just sharing my truth, and seems like the majority of the people really received it, understood it, got it, and loved it. Of course, there were some doubters and naysayers, but that's okay.
We don't need to talk about that.
It's not even worth it. But I do.
You know what I also just really quick on that though. Sometimes what you realize is that if it's not for them, it's not for them. It's okay. Maybe it'll be for them at another time. Hey, Hope, how are you?
Hey, Hope.
You know, maybe they'll be for them at another time, or, you know, with just different energies and different frequencies. And I think the more that I've been doing more and more of this, like, work on myself, I've just been coming to it. So I don't know. This morning I did this meditation, and when I stopped my timer, it said 41:01:01. Anybody know what that means? To me, it means something. He told me it don't mean anything.
I don't know. Evelyn may know.
I think it means something to me. I was like, all those ones and 41:01:01.
Well, you can add the numbers together, see what that means. But
we are doing well, Hope.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this. Well, the Capricorn Moon is, going to make a conjunction to Pluto. It's in a conjunction now. So it's kind of interesting because it's my moon. So I'm definitely feeling that energy and magnetized. And Hope, I think that's your moon too. I know, I'm pretty sure you're Cap moon like me. And my mother-in-law is, Evelyn is the Libra moon. But, the Cap moon is very misunderstood, and it does get better over time. And a lot of Cap moons, they do wind up taking care of their mother, but the way that we process emotions becomes easier. They're very restricted and delayed as a youngster, a child, early teens, 20s. And then you start to get to a place where, because for me, dealing with emotions and emotional stress, all I would do is just work, or just hard work. I'm like a workhorse. And so that's, kind of how I would deal with it. But I do want to make a couple announcements. Coffee Talk. I'll wait till some more people come on later on and bring it up again. But Coffee Talk is tomorrow. If you can make it, it's going to be amazing. Jupiter, Gemini, trine Pluto and Aquarius, June 2nd, 2024. A powerful energy. Now, remember, Jupiter is debilitated in Gemini. But when Jupiter is in Gemini, it's expanding what? Communications, quick analytical thought, your hand-to-hand sales, communications, all that stuff, in a trine to Pluto and Aquarius. So this is going to be a bigly transformative energy, which could bring a lot in terms of dealing with AI, esoteric knowledge, science, technology. So that's June 2nd, 2024. And then really fascinating, looking at the Pluto Aquarius chart, but not when it goes into Aquarius in January 21st, 2024, because it is going to retrograde back, you guys, one last time. Remember, I've been telling you, from September to November 19th, which means election day, Pluto will be at 29 degrees in Capricorn for our country. Who knows if we'll have an election? I'll do an episode or video on that chart, okay? But we're looking at tomorrow, the chart, Pluto in Aquarius, November 19th. And that goes from 2024, November 19th, all the way to 2044. So you don't really want to miss this Coffee Talk. Now, if you can't make it live, you could still, send me the $20. You will get the recording and, PDF graphics that I've made up for it, which, you'll feel like you were there, you watch the recording back. So a couple people have already signed up, and I'll be sending out the Zoom link tonight. So if you want to sign up, Cash App, $T2UC, or my PayPal, taylor2coaching@gmail.com. You can send me the money tonight if you want to come. Okay. Now go ahead. I know you want to
Miko's here.
Hey, Miko, I'm dying to meet you, and you are a Scorpio. The Scorpio birth chart sale ends. If you want to take advantage of it, November 22nd. Okay, I think you got the Scorpio moon, if I remember correctly, Miko. I can't remember, but please forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the case.
So Evelyn Taurus is a Capricorn. We already said that. And
no, she's not a Capricorn.
She's not.
She's
she's a Capricorn.
And Libra moon.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm sorry.
Hope is a Cap Moon.
Yes, she is. She's here. She
Yeah,
said yes. She's a Capricorn Moon 8th house. And Miko is also a Cap Moon.
Are you a Cap Moon like me and Hope? Miko, I didn't. Okay, but don't you have some Scorpio placement? Is it your Scorpio sun? I thought I remembered, Miko, that you had a Scorpio placement. Let me know.
And
if it's your sun or your rising.
Gosh. Where did my oh here we go.
So also, you guys, what's really cool.
Huh? I'm just asking them if anybody else is drinking.
She's drinking.
Just a little bit. I mean, this is it. Just a little tiny glass. She didn't
get a drink from me or
I didn't, because you have so much work to do. I got to keep you at your top peak. I mean, do you want? I will get you some.
No,
but you don't normally drink.
No.
I love him, but I know he doesn't drink. And what's so beautiful is he doesn't mind that I do.
No, I don't mind.
Yeah, see? And Miko's like sip. And I think, did you sipping with me? What are you drinking? This is just a regular red from Trader Joe's. How many people have Trader Joe's where they are and love Trader Joe's?
Trader Joe's has really good wine. I will say that.
Like, I tell you, this is a wine from Portugal. And it was like $4 and it's good.
Those like, Portuguese will get on them grapes and make it work. I grew up around a lot of Portuguese people up in Martha's Vineyard and Cape Cod. I've got a bunch of mixed and Portuguese type friends and stuff. So awesome. So just wanted to also open it up, tonight for astrology questions while she's sipping. Then she's going to kind of share, and I'm going to turn over the most of the show really to her in terms of
I'm not trying to carry the whole thing.
Oh gosh,
I've got so much to say, and some of it he's gonna go in.
See, I can't even finish.
What's the alcohol content? I don't know. I mean, most wines are about a 10 to 13. They're somewhere in that range. I was just asked what the alcohol content is. And you know what? I'll be real with you. I am not what I used to be, and I don't really even have a desire to be. Now I just happen to really like. She likes alcohol.
She likes wine and alcohol. Yeah.
I do. He doesn't really like it, but
I'm not a big wine guy. I like a cerveza, baby.
Fine. Most I'll ever do is maybe 2 of these. I don't like being hung over, and I have found as I have gotten a little bit older,
she's not a spring chicken no more.
Well, not chronologically, but in my heart.
The young gal. So wait, but so let me get to this. I just want to say, so how are you guys feeling with this Sun Mars Cazimi? It's exact tomorrow, but we're in energy now. And that's when the Sun and Mars are the exact degree and minute, and it resets Mars, gives it a big boost for a 2-year cycle. And so it's doing this in its home sign of Scorpio. Right, it's at home in Aries and Scorpio and exalted in Capricorn. Mars is our initiating energy, the soldier, the warrior, the general. It takes the orders from the sun, and then we'll go out there and get the big piece of chicken, or cut down the tree in the woods, or we don't want to cut trees, but you know what I mean. It's the fighter, and it's how we attack the life.
Hope says emotional.
Emotional. Well, yeah, because it is in Scorpio, and the energy has been and. You can be a little emotional, especially when we're having our moon in our home sign. Hope that definitely happens with the Cap Moon. But this energy, you guys, we really want to. I titled the Astro Weather. It's like in the last couple of days we had that Sun Mars trine to Neptune. It's really kind of like this go get it boss energy with discipline and structure to manifest your dreams. Right? Because Sun conjunct Mars, sextiling Pluto, trining Neptune, Sun conjunct Mars. That's very powerful. Scorpio Capricorn is like CEO energy. So take the fuel of this energy and harness that intense emotions for positive energy to really focus, goal set. Right? We don't set New Year's intentions on January 1st. We wait till March 21st, the real New Year. But we do need a goal set. and have
Or
a
we can
structure.
reset it on March 21st.
And have you would need to, because whatever happens on June 1st, it never happens January 1st. Look at the months, June, July, January. It never really sets, right? New Year's resolutions don't last because everybody sets them at the wrong time. But be very intentional, disciplined, and focused, and have a plan. The sea goat, right? Climbing up the mountain of hard work and success. So just be mindful of this energy right now for the collective.
Yeah. So, really quick. So Evelyn just had some questions. The tannins in the wine are what upset your nasal. Typically, red is going to have more than white. So maybe you're more of a white or possibly a rosé person. But you can also get. Is it the tannins in wines? But there's something in the wines that make it not right. And Constant Light, hello.
Hi, Constant Light.
And you know what?
Is Constant Light new? Are you new, Constant
I
Light?
think. Are you new, Constant Light? If
Welcome,
you are,
Eric
please give us
Taylor.
your big three.
And share your
And
big three.
Ellen was
Sun, Moon,
talking
Rising.
about lots of fights in school. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
You know, oops, I just dropped something. But I totally agree with you because
people out in public, the energy, because think about what's going on in the world. And so if people are tuning in to this fear and war and anger and earthquakes and hurricanes and just all this violence, it manifests in your aura and your energy and your heart and your soul. So really, this is go inside, don't play outside with the crazy folks.
Well, this is my little, I keep telling my children, because the other night we were at Costco, I had to run and pick up something, and there was a guy who was like 4 inches, 5 inches taller than another guy, and he began threatening him, getting in his face, and my boys were watching it, or William was there. Actually, William was the only one there,
14-year-old,
and he was watching, and he was telling me about it when I got back, because I'll leave him to get he gets like something from the food court, and then I get to run around and not be bogged down. But the energy is so bad. Like, I've been telling everybody, please just stay away from it. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. It is not worth it.
And let me just say this.
Energies are high.
Yes, but understand, it's an Aquarius moon weekend. The moon will switch into Aquarius, around 10 a.m. Eastern. So tomorrow, a little bit before, but tomorrow you are going to have this moon and that energy of squaring Jupiter, and then Sunday squaring Uranus. The Aquarius moon is about freedom, liberation, the people. The moon in the chart is the people. So you are going to see and feel this weekend probably a lot of protests, anti-war protests, anti-occupation protests, fighting, arguments. Things could get kind of hot. So just come to Coffee Talk.
And you know what, guys, too, right now with all of the changes
positive
that we're going through, all of the ascension, things are going on in the fields that we're feeling. It's also important to really watch what we're focusing on more so than ever, because even just getting caught up like in all the drama, there's so much drama right now. And what you need to understand,
there's so much drama in the LBC.
It's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G, but
somehow, some way.
I don't know. I forgot. But
no, I know it, but we don't want to have
to
pay no money.
I went to school in Long Beach when Snoop was first coming out. So that's takes me right back. But anyways, I was going back to what I was going to say. It's really important what we're focusing on, especially now, because a lot of what is going on right now is designed to distract us, designed to capture this and keep us down here. And if we give in, we're bringing
to
down
the lower
overall
frequencies and
right
vibrations.
Now, it's all about collective, right? It's so funny. When I was probably about 8 years old, I don't know, I think about some of these conversations I had with people. I had this conversation with this man. My mom was having some kind of party, and we had like a bunch of people over to the house. And we got in a conversation about the 100th monkey. For the 100th monkey, I don't want to call it a syndrome concept, whatever. I can't remember the name of it. But at any rate, I've always remembered this story ever since I was a little girl. And it was all about that collective consciousness, about the monkeys and it's this whole thing. But anyways, we have to make sure that we're keeping our conscience high.
She's got to stop drinking. You see?
No.
Or
Two
this
sips.
this is just or this is just regular
Look,
Pisces
no,
Mercury
that's just
stuff.
regular Pisces Mercury, and that
yes.
okay.
So
I have a touch of dyslexia, so sometimes I mess up my words.
well, let me take over.
And it happens.
That's when it's a good time
to take over.
Yeah, it's a good time to pause. So one thing you guys have to understand, that's also why I started off the show with my song Be Careful. Right? There's already a design in place to control the human race. And if I say too much, it's me that will erase. So just be understanding that there are no accidents. Okay, Constance, what's she saying?
She said that she's a Pisces sun. So am I.
All right, Constance.
February 26th in the house.
Go ahead, Constance.
She is an Aquarius moon.
You got to come to Coffee Talk.
I collect Aquarius rising.
I collect Aquarius moons. Pisces, my 11th house crew. Tomorrow, I don't know what you're doing, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 hours over Zoom, only $20. You can email me at BigEAstrology@gmail.com, and you can pay through PayPal, Zelle, Cash App. But tomorrow, I have my astrology course in the morning, which Hope is in, and then I will be doing Coffee Talk from 4 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern. And next month, it will go back to its regular time, but I've been busy teaching my Astrology Foundations course on Saturdays.
Hope's taking the class?
Yeah, Hope's in it.
Oh, okay. Girl, it's a lot, right? I don't know. I mean, it's a whole other language. Learning astrology in a broader, deeper sense, it's hard.
Hope's doing great, though. And tomorrow,
I'm enjoying the class.
Hope is going to be on the board with everybody else looking at Marilyn Monroe and Michael Jackson's chart. Okay, you guys are gonna have to do some interpretations, but it shouldn't be hard.
Are you learning? Is it coming? Is it gelling? Because I sit behind putting together the workbook and everything, and I've been kind of, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for the people. For anyone who took the first class, I apologize for all of those typos in the workbook.
Well, I told them that I'm gonna send it.
This new one is coming together, and after we're done with this class, we're going to expand it and make it even
I'm going to make a book
better. Yeah. And actually, we're going to actually print a book so that people can have it, because it's so much information. Yeah. It's pretty intense.
And I'm going to put some of my special little BigEAstrology secrets and how to read a birth chart in the book, and just my own angle and on the interpretations of the placements. So I look forward to it. It's going to be a great book. But I do want to, talk a little bit about the Jeff Mara podcast and the NDE, because one thing that is really fascinating, and Evelyn and Hope, you would know, I was talking to Kimberly today about it, and she gave me some downloads and insights. She's very intuitive with that Scorpio, Mercury stuff, that, just even in sharing the, dying 3 times while I was in a coma, but sort of the being like feeling the bullets and how I felt them and being shot, it was kind of like replaying the role of my father. My father was murdered and shot in his chest and stuff like that. So I thought that was really deep. And then being in the wheelchair, well, my mother was in a wheelchair since 2013, and I took care of her over 20 years, really. And so it was like I went through those experiences in a coma as if I was like walking through my parents' experiences. So that was kind of heavy. And I thank you, Kimberly, if you watch this on the replay, for that revelation and download. And I didn't, honestly, myself, I didn't even think about it, but it does make sense. And it's definitely something deep. But it was really a great experience.
It's interesting how, with all the times, I mean, we went through it and we've talked about it here and there. This is the first time he's really talked in detail about all the different things. So even if you've heard him talk on it, that podcast is pretty interesting. And I think you're going to be loading it here on this.
Oh, so yeah, if you guys go to my playlist, it's under my near-death experience playlist, and then also my other playlist of interviews and media. So I put it in
Yeah.
both those playlists.
Last
You guys
time
can
I
watch
checked
it.
it on his side, it was over 10,000.
Yeah, it's over 10,000 on the Jeff Mara podcast, which is pretty cool. It's not.
And they just put it out yesterday.
Yeah,
Hasn't even,
it's
might
not.
be it.
It's not even. It's almost 24 hours
Almost,
now.
yeah, let's say almost 24 hours.
So
now,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
So he's got a lot of things, but it was interesting because I was remembering back to, you know, like that you did actually flatline. And I haven't really thought about that. And I kind of blocked a lot of that out because I really didn't want to think about that. You know what I mean? But it's very interesting. And I can see us potentially doing a book, but I'd like to bring other people and experts in this in because it's such a, like, even these people who are following this particular gentleman's podcast, his experience was very different than a lot of people's experiences. And there's a lot, and there's different areas and parts to it that we'll probably talk about on an even deeper level going forward.
And I got invited to another podcast, so we'll see how that works out, and I'll let you guys know. So yeah, you know, thanks again to Jeff, and he was a really cool guy, and glad he invited me. But he did say somebody reached out to him and told him about me. So whoever that mystery person is, I thank you. Yeah. And I know they must have either seen my near-death experience anniversary video on Instagram or YouTube and then reached out to him. I don't know. I have no idea who it was, but so any questions before we get into Sabali Pure? Because we want to focus on it's autumn and winter's coming. And you really want to focus on your health. And it's not just, you know, what you eat, because that's very important, but it's also what is being put in and on your body, skin-wise, lip balms, facial oils, all this stuff. And she's got you covered with the goodness. You know what I mean? And we're both going to have Black Friday sales. I'll be probably announcing mine next week. I'm going to come on live Tuesday before I shut it down for the week. But my sale is going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the beginning of Sagittarius season. And just be mindful for Black Friday, and I'm going to talk about on Tuesday, I'll be on Black Friday and Thanksgiving. It's going to be an Aries moon. So don't get into no crazy arguments or fights shopping. It could be kind of hectic out there with the Aries moon.
Cash App is
$.
Here, wait. I'm going to type it here.
T2UC.
Hey, you can continue to talk.
Yeah. So, you know, the Aries moon can be a little argumentative, impulsive, and that could be hectic. You know how every year there's some silliness with Black Friday
We're going to have to
shopping
update that
and consumer
to
and
Big E.
yeah, well, we'll see.
That's his old business name.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
Still have it. Yeah, my new website is coming soon. You know, BigEAstrology.com. Just fine tuning a little bit, nuts and bolts, getting the newsletter together. And I'm really excited to share that with you. And we're trying to, wifey was telling me to share it with you guys. We're trying to manifest a new little background thing. We want to get like a bookshelf so I can put all my crystals and different things there. And
we're trying to grow up.
My Virgo thing.
Oh no, my natal Aries moon is around family. That's what Hush 41. Hi, Hush 41.
Hey, what's up, Hush? How are you? It's been a minute. No, Hush been here before, but it's been a minute.
Hush before.
Yeah, how you doing, Hush?
How are you?
So you have an Aries moon? Okay, well then you know. I mean, sometimes it can get hot in here, Aries moon folks. But Aries is also a very pure energy. Aries is accident prone. And hopefully you don't deal with any migraine headaches. I'd have to know where your Saturn's at. But you know, I may do an episode. Maybe I'll do it on Tuesday, you know, and everybody can come on and share their Saturn placements and talk about Saturn with your bone structure and your karmic lessons. That actually may be a fun episode to do. But you know, because Aries and Saturn can suffer with rheumatoid arthritis and arthritis. Okay. But the Aries moon, it's fiery, it's passionate. It can get into hot, heated arguments and debates. but it can be pioneering, the pioneering maverick energy, the childhood genius too. So,
Hush has Saturn 12th house in Virgo.
you're Libra
And
rising.
I laughed, but she put hee too. So
Okay.
see that.
So the Saturn in Virgo 12th house. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. You got to email me, Hush. You should come to Coffee Talk tomorrow too. 4 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be fun. Pluto Aquarius and Jupiter Gemini trine Pluto. Any of you guys with the Scorpio Sun and Rising, don't forget the birth chart ends November 22nd. And then my Sagittarius birth chart sale begins November 22nd because that's the day of the transition. And just so you know, tomorrow, is it? No, I'm sorry. The 20th, the 20th Monday begins the cusp of revolution. 28, 29, 0, 1, 2 degrees. The Scorpio Sag cusp. Michael Strahan has that cusp. I think Bjork is on that cusp. Interesting cusp. And so I may actually talk about that on Tuesday night's episode. The cusp of revolution.
Why is it that? Is it just that cusp?
That's the name of the cusp, yeah.
Why?
Each cusp has a name.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because
oh my God,
Scorpio season.
Thing to remember?
Oh, you didn't know about the cusp, yeah.
Of course not.
Well, Virgo Libra is the cusp of beauty.
What's my cusp?
You're not on a cusp. You're a Pisces. The cusp.
I know I'm not a cusp, but if I was
Aquarius Pisces
what would be the closest one?
Aquarius Pisces. That's Ralph Tresvant cusp. The cusp of sensitivity with sensitivity. Yeah.
Oh man.
Don't y'all hate on Ralph Tresvant? That album, that first album was no joke.
Hello, 90s in the house.
New edition, but Ralph Tresvant, I love that first album. But yeah, so cusp of sensitivity
is that what it is? It's a cusp of sensitivity?
That's the name of it, yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I thought you were just singing Ralph Tresvant.
No.
I thought he was born around that.
I don't know when the hell he's born. It's just my brain is so quick. Yes. I put those two together.
Of course you did. It makes perfect sense. I mean, what
cusp
else?
of sensitivity. Yeah. How could you not go into the cusp of sensitivity without singing it, right? I mean, let's keep it real, you know. So and then you have the cusp of power. My mother was born on the cusp of power, Aries Taurus cusp.
So which cusp are you? Hope is a cusp. You're a cusp. Well,
she's the cusp of magic.
You're not a cusp.
I'm not. I'm a Virgo.
Okay.
She's the Gemini. Her and Tawana on that cusp. Yeah, the Gemini Cancer cusp. I'm a Virgo. I guess I'm in the middle. So the closest, I'd be closer to the Virgo.
Of Scorpio and Sagittarius.
What I just told you 3 minutes ago. The cusp of revolution.
I'm so sorry. You know what? It just came up right now, and so
So Scorpio Sag cusp of revolution, and you got I think Troy Aikman, Bjork, Michael Strahan, a couple of interesting people. I don't remember by heart, but you guys watch my videos. It's really cool. All my cusp videos, the first version and then the second version, but a lot of them are like number 1 or 2 or 3 for all astrologers in the whole wide world.
So what's the Pisces Aries cusp?
That is the cusp of rebirth.
Born again. Light. You're about rebirth.
Yeah, the cusp of rebirth. Because what that is, best way to explain that to you guys, think of the 12th house. The last 5 degrees of the 12th house is like being back in your mother's womb. And I don't want to take credit for that breakdown. I got that from Maurice Fernandez, who I met at the astrology store in Glendale, and he was breaking that down. And he has a real deep
Cancer Leo.
Cancer Leo is the cusp of oscillation.
Oscillation.
Ooh, the oscillating. The oscillating back and forth. That's J-Lo. Oscillating back and forth.
Back, forth and forth. Okay.
And then you have the cusp of beauty, the cusp of exposure, Leo, Virgo, cusp of beauty, Virgo, Libra. Yeah, cusp energy are fun. You guys go watch my cusp series. They're really, I think they're all really fun and entertaining.
He's got so many videos up there.
I know you.
Really.
One thing you cannot. Eric has been putting in
work.
I put in work.
Work.
We're being silly tonight. And this is me without wine. That's her with wine.
No. It's about 6 sips. This is me, just normal.
She is. Can I tell you something? My wife
Basically, they could have made "This Is Your Brain on Drugs" about me.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a Constance. You're Pisces, so be honest. Pisces are always high. Like y'all are just so you need to ground, and she's got to do this a lot more, but she's good, getting better at it. But you guys are always up in the ethers in the spiritual realm in the 5D. Pisces in general need to be grounded. So I'm really good for her as the Virgo.
I'm
the Cat
having
Moon.
to train myself to come down because trust me, I wanted to be up there more than I wanted to be here most of my life. I was like, I'm gone. Y'all see y'all later.
Yeah. And so, but Pisces, it's like they're constantly on like a contact high. You know what I mean? And I love that about you guys. Like my North Node is in Pisces, so I'm becoming more like her. Her North Node's a Capricorn. She's becoming more like me. All right. So that's what it's all about. But why don't you start off showing them your lip balms and some of your stuff?
Well, okay. You know,
you're gonna see her Pisces and Mercury in full glory because she designed all of her packaging, her label, the trademark of her logo. She's officially trademarked.
I know. I'm so excited.
She's
I'm trademarked.
My wife is very talented.
Yes. Actually, this is the third trademark that I got. I got 2 for our last business, but we never ended up using it. But now Sabali Pure has been trademarked. So this is one of my boxes. This is for my body oil right here. And I am so incredibly proud of this. And I'm really into the whole designing thing, which is why I've been bugging him because we got to get a new backdrop for here. Aesthetically, I'm like, it's not working. And then let's see, you know, we just
I need y'all to send me some money.
And it's also why I'm making his workbook because, you know, but anyways, so, oh God, I don't know if you can kind of see it. Can you, I'm trying to not have it, but do you see the tree there? It's hard to see. If you go on my website,
I put it in the description, sabalipure.com.
Maybe no, you know what it is? It's the glare. We have a light up here just so that. Anyways, this is a woman. This is a acacia tree, and I kind of got it from the African plains. Sabale is Bambara, which is spoken in Mali, which is in Africa, and it means patience. And I think it's really important. It's a reminder for me because I have a problem with patience.
She has a Sag Moon. Sag Moon, no patience.
So I gotta like have patience. But so I had to name my brand Patience because
but it's also was my favorite song when I broke my ankle from Nas and Damian Marley, Sabale. And if we had a daughter, we were gonna name her Sabale. But we had 3 boys. 4 total.
That's why we're crazy.
No daughter.
No, we didn't have girls. And let me tell you, I mean,
I
love the girls. They're so cute. But every time I go to the store and I see how cute these little girls are and all the cool clothes they have,
oh my God,
he would have been a mess.
I would have been a puddle.
He would have. I would have been so annoyed with him.
I'd have been spending money.
And she would have had him wrapped around this, and it would have been. I would have.
She couldn't handle it.
It would have tried us. It would have tried us. And I'm like, we ain't trying. We ain't trying. But anyways, going back to this real quick, if you take a look at it, if you look closely at it, there's actually a woman in the tree. So her arms make up the tree limbs and you can see them. And then her legs come down and they are the roots. And about grounding. And at the time, I wasn't even thinking about trying to ground. You see how all these things foreshadow each other? Spirit is amazing. Anyways, so yeah.
Oh, that's good.
The tagline for my line is elevating your conscious daily routine. And basically, I really went into this for daily products that you use every day. Your deodorants, your toothpaste, your lip balms, your body oils at this time that can be used for the face, hair, and your body.
But she's trying to retrain you guys so everyone knows about holistic ingredients, but not toothpaste. She has a tooth powder.
Mm-hmm.
Literally takes away morning breath. So good.
It takes away morning breath. And so all of my packaging is compostable. And I make them in these really brilliant colors because I was just trying, my aesthetic. I want to have things that are beautiful. And if you look at it,
Taurus
you're
rising.
going to see love is Sabali. And Sabali means patience. And love is patient. Love is kind. Does not envy, does not boast. So it references a scripture that means a lot to me and helps me to remember and to be dedicated to this guy here. He makes it easy, though. I mean, I have one of the best people in the world. Thank you, Miko. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Miko, your husband has no patience. I mean, here's the thing.
Her
the thing about having
amazing.
No patience is if we channel it right, we can do a whole lot of stuff. But you got to kind of get out of our way. You got to give us our space. Sometimes we ask you for something, and then we're like, before you can, So you got to have a little bit of grace with
Now,
us.
I would say traditionally people would be like a Sag moon and a Capricorn moon. That could be a little rough or chaotic in a relationship. But we make it work because I am kind of like calm, still waters.
Venus vibes.
Venus vibes, yeah.
That's what Hush is saying.
Well, yeah, because your stuff, the products, that's Venus. Today's Venus Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why we did that.
So
Hush.
let me let you in on something. I am remedial when it comes to astrology.
Wait, but you do know your Venus. Tell them. You're Taurus rising.
I'm a Taurus. Wait.
And
I'm a Pisces sun. I'm a Taurus rising. And Venus is in my chart ruler. Venus is my chart ruler. And it's in the 10th house.
And what
sign? I was going to say it.
Okay.
Oh my God. See, he's my husband. I'm supposed to know all this stuff. Okay, wait. I got to walk through here. Okay, so I'm over here in the first house.
We just talked about your Sag moon.
No. Sag moon. Up here in the 10th house, we got the Venus. Pluto. No?
What sign? Pluto's a planet. Your Pluto's in the 6th house. What sign's your mother?
Aquarius. I think I block it out. I have mommy issues.
She's got Aquarius issues. So anyway, what's so dope, you guys? Let me just say this. As a Taurus rising, her Venus and Jupiter in Aquarius. Jupiter in Aquarius is basically describing me, her husband, right? Aquarius, esoteric knowledge, professional astrologer. Venus in Aquarius, organic and vegan body and skincare. She's walking in her chart.
So what ends up happening just on that whole thing is because he has so much astrology knowledge, I don't need to ask.
I have a lot of knowledge, period, not just astrology.
He does. Yeah. He's not just a one-trick pony. He knows many, many things. But yes, when it comes to astrology, many men have mercy on me. Now you get me all confused. Anyways, he has a lot of knowledge, so I don't even have to think about the astrology. I just roll over and say, "Hey, what's going on, babe?" And then he gives me the update real quick for the day, for the week, for the
Wait. I'm gonna make you guys.
And then I know how to roll.
Yeah,
I know how to roll.
But I want to make you guys laugh because, I might give her the update of the day or the weekend or different things. But I told her way back in 2018, before it happened, I said, "Baby, Uranus is going to go into your ascendant in Taurus for 7 years." And I said, "You're going to go through a lot. We're going to change together." And I said, "But we're not going to get a divorce. There's going to be ups and downs." She was in her closet. She's changing, getting ready for bed, or we were going somewhere. And I'm telling her this, and she's like, "Okay, whatever." But and I was just like, "Baby, listen." I said, "You got to." And when I tell you,
it's funny, I'm flashing back.
This woman is a whole different human being.
Not complete.
A lot. Uranus and Taurus on her ascendant, plus the nodes, you guys. The North Node was in Taurus, all right, from 2020 to 2021. I got a new wife. Okay.
Lucky you. See,
well,
I'm
sorry.
Some people divorce him to get a new wife. He just had to stay with this one.
Yeah, Uranus. I just needed Uranus on the ascendant.
See, and that's the thing. We can just tell people.
So you Gemini risings? Oh my God.
And with that being
when
said,
Uranus goes to
sometimes
Gemini,
it's necessary to like,
Change, no,
you know.
but listen, and I just did a video on this. I'm gonna put it on my Instagram. I'm gonna put it up.
I've been told you have to talk to me about Mars.
About who said that? About Mars?
Hush.
Well, Mars is. What do you want me to tell her about Mars? Her Mars is in Capricorn, and so this is why she is a CEO and owns her own business. You know, she's got an exalted Mars. She can brag. Now, my Mars is not bad. Mine is in Virgo, but Mars is the willpower, the drive. You know what I mean? And for me, Mars in Virgo is very strategic. I actually don't mind it, but the Mars in Capricorn is like, you know, the cat's meow. It's really cool. But I did want to just say I'll be uploading tomorrow, talking about Uranus in the birth chart. And wherever you have Uranus in your chart, you guys, and if you guys want, you could share on here, it can bring a lot of ups and downs and chaos in your chart natally. But it's the area of life where you want to be the rebel and black sheep, where you're going to break social norms, fracture structures, and be innovative and futuristic. The true rebel and black sheep seeking freedom and liberation. Uranus is, the spiritual awakener, extreme weather, sun events. So it's very powerful and helpful.
Hope is a Gemini rising.
Yeah.
And she's got a Cap Mars too.
Yeah. That's
I
that.
don't know. Do you mean second degree? Was she being second degree? Or just two? Or she just saying 2 as an also? The number 2 she put.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm capturing everything.
Yeah, no. And so you're going to go through that, Hope, the Uranus on the ascendant. So you're probably going to, change your hair, do a lot of things with like, your body and just mentally and seeking that freedom and liberation. And that's going to be really from 26 to 30, 32, 33. It starts 25, but it kind of dances back and forth. But yeah, like 2026, you'll really officially be in the Uranus Gemini.
So in talking about Sabali Pure, my premise here and what I want people to understand is just as important as your food is what you put on your skin. Because our bodies, our skin is our largest organ. Evelyn here has been an amazing supporter. She loves my deodorant, and I thank you so much for that. What you put on your skin is crazy important. And so that's why I really started with the body oil, the deodorant, and the toothpaste, and the different things like that, because these are things that we use every single day. And I'm trying to change people's mindset so that they take these things very seriously. Deodorant, obviously, we connected it to cancer, breast cancer.
And this is for men too. So Evelyn, your son, I think Miko says she was married, your husband, don't forget about
I made 3 different versions of the deodorant, and I have a men's deodorant, and I'm going to chat on that. Yeah. But I wanted to talk about the tooth powder because first up, my tooth powder and my deodorant are both based on very, very closely linked to an Ayurvedic practice known as anti-toxification. Well, I mean, and I shouldn't say it's not an Ayurvedic practice, but I learned about it when I was going over some Ayurvedic approaches to things. Anyways, so what anti-toxification is it's trying to teach our bodies. I'm so happy. Thank you. Evelyn said her son loves the deodorant. Trying to teach
good.
our bodies.
He's using it good. I was going to say that, Evelyn. Yeah, good.
In constant detoxification.
He's a great young man.
That we come into toxins so much in this environment all the time, right? And we have to constantly be detoxing because of that, whether it's the air, any chemicals, what we breathe, things like. We now, I only use, I use natural detergent. I don't use fabric softener anymore. I use vinegar instead of fabric softener. And yes, it works. I stopped using all the fragrances because I knew about how they upset autoimmune and can cause endocrine. They are actually endocrine disruptors. They are also carcinogens. All of these heavy scents have all these side.
It's all chemicals in laboratory.
They have so many issues that are caused by these things that if we don't make better choices, we make ourselves sick. So this along with the deodorant, is really built around detoxification. So this deodorant is made of 100% plant-based ingredients. It is a powder. Yes, we've got to get through this thing of like having to squeeze our toothpaste out of a tube.
You
Why?
said deodorant, toothpaste,
Deodorant.
tooth powder.
Yeah. Oops, sorry. But this is tooth powder. But we have to change that, because what happens is that when you put that glycerin into your toothpaste in order for it to be pliable, and that's what the natural people do. I'm not sure what I have mango butter based products. Yes. Do you make your products, Constance? I would love to talk to you if you do. Or do you just buy mango butter based things? I've been an organic formulator for 7 years. And so there was a time where basically everything from, I had a hair mask, face, I mean, like everything literally from a hair mask down to
her old business. They had a full, they had like 30 products.
Stuff for your feet.
Full
30 products.
Over 30 And now you have 5.
Now
right?
I have,
So far.
I think 5. We have lip balm, deodorant, body oil,
powder.
Toothpaste. Well, those are the 4 main ones, and then I have
the tongue scraper,
and
dental
the
floss.
dental floss.
She's got really good dental floss, you guys.
But anyways, the thing that's really important about this is that we want to have healthy teeth. And when you think about it, for thousands of years, people didn't use these things. But not everybody's teeth fell out, right? Not everybody had these problems. Yes, you hear about people, who did have funky teeth, and it did happen clearly. But so what do I have in here? I'm skipping around and I apologize. Going back to that glycerin. What happens when you add that glycerin in, which is what makes it pliable to be in that tube, is that you actually cut your teeth's ability to absorb the remineralizing things by 50 to 70%, just to get it in a tube. So I'd rather have strong teeth than I need to have it in a tube so that I can do something, just because I've been taught that way. You know what I mean? That's why I use the powder. When I put the powder,
we have to break the programming, right? And reprogram the subconscious mind.
The remineralizing that's in this, and I have 3 remineralizers, 3 different remineralizers that remineralize your teeth in 3 different ways. So what that means is that your teeth are going to get extra support in that. So I've had times where you get what's called pitting. Have you ever felt that little pain in your tooth, like it hurts a little bit? If you can get it before it turns into a full-blown cavity, what you're going to want to do is you take your finger, you dip it in the powder, and rub it right there on that little area.
A little sticky
do that
thing,
2 to 3 times a day for multiple days. You will find that pain will go away. Then obviously you're brushing with this and so forth. What that is going to ultimately do is fill in that pit that started to make. That pit is a hole in your enamel. The remineralizing is what's going to fill in that hole in your enamel. So the 3 remineralizing ingredients in here are the organic xylitol, which is nature's fluoride. It's the one thing that dentists do tell us that's really, I shouldn't say the one thing, but it is something that even regular mainstream dentists will tell you that is good for your teeth. So basically think of it as nature's fluoride. It creates a biofilm that makes it difficult for the plaque to re-adhere. Then you've got your calcium carbonate, which you see in your Toms and all your natural toothpaste. So that's a remineralizer. But I also put diatomaceous earth. So diatomaceous earth is really cool because like all the other clays, it is remineralizing. That's nothing different. But unlike other clays, diatomaceous earth is actually heavy metal pulling. We encounter heavy metals more than we think throughout our day. And so having something that helps to pull these metals out of our system is really important. So just something to think about when you're doing this. So without that glycerin, there is no barrier. Glycerin is an oily substance. It creates a barrier on the teeth so that before your calcium carbonate and those other natural deodorants even hits your teeth, it's got this barrier to get through. And it doesn't half the time. Half to 70% of the time, it doesn't get through. So this does that. So the other things I have in here are organic neem. For my herbies, you know how amazing and detoxifying neem is. I also have turmeric. You guys also, everybody's heard about turmeric. It's anti-inflammatory. That's for the gums. I put in there, but it's actually a natural whitener, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I put activated charcoal. That is also to whiten and freshen and detoxify the mouth. I put the charcoal in an amount that is not going to irritate the gums and is not going to strip your teeth. That's really important. There were people who were doing that, we call it the charcoal just straight, and they were actually wearing away their enamel, which is not what you want to do.
It's too strong, yeah.
Right.
So you have to do a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I use a coconut surfactant, which gives a little bit of bubbles, not too much, and it's not going to throw off your microbiome and all of that kind of stuff. And it's made of coconuts, not from like the dish soap and all that kind of stuff. What else do I put in there? I put peppermint and sweet orange. Both of those. Sweet orange is amazing for the gums and is antibacterial. The peppermint as well. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, so Constance says she uses diatomaceous earth in her garden. Yes, it is an amazing multi-product. Like, it's for a lot of things. But yeah, you use it in there probably to keep bugs away and to keep things balanced and whatnot. I use a food grade diatomaceous earth. So there's a difference, and it basically comes down to how it's processed and also the size of the grain of the particles. Okay, so the diatomaceous earth I wear, I mean, I have to put on a mask and everything when I'm working with it because it becomes airborne, and it could be, bad if I breathed in a bunch of it and it got into my lungs. Yes, you use it to deworm. You do use the food grade, right? I'm hoping. Please make sure that you do use the food grade. It's not good for your dog if you're not. Anyways, so it is an amazing thing, and you yourself, not if you're using it for your garden, yeah, food grade. Constant, if you're using it for your garden, not yours, but you can actually put like a teaspoon in warm water, in any kind of water or juice or whatever, mix it up real quick, drink it. What it does is it actually cleans out your intestines. It's very, very powerful and very, very good for you. And it is an amazing ingredient. And it's something that is underutilized. But that's like what we do. Like, have you guys noticed that a lot of these things that are very cheap and easy to get, sort of, and all these things they never tell you about? They don't want you doing these things. So anyways, I put all these ingredients together to make something that's going to whiten your teeth, freshen your mouth, help your gums, detoxify your mouth. It does all of that. And it's so incredibly important. And it's a gateway for health. And that's why I say elevating your conscious daily routine. Because honestly, if you're not thinking on it, there's people who would be like, why do I need neem in my toothpaste? Why would I spend that type of money to have those types of ingredients?
There's people who still want to stick with their Crest and Colgate.
And you know what? People have to do what they're called to do. But this is an amazing product. But this kind of exemplifies what I'm trying to do with Sabali Pure. That is to help people detoxify. So that's in that beautiful blue. And then I started making, the very first product that I made was actually the deodorant here. And Evelyn's very familiar with this. So these are the deodorants. And sorry, they're all over my hands, but I base these on the times of day. So we have our lavender lemongrass, which is sunrise, and it's kind of more yellow in the sun coming up, sunrise. And then I have the sandalwood rose, and that's more sunset, a little bit more of we have beautiful sunrises here in Arizona. And then I have the cedarwood citrus. And I said that this one is for my men. However, a scent is truly universal. Women can use it, and I do have women who use it.
Yeah, a lot of women like it.
I really want to make it a point to focus on men, because so often men are left out of these conversations, and it's really important. We want men to be just as healthy as we want women to be, and so it's really important not to forget them. What all these deodorants have in common,
I like all three, to be honest.
What all these deodorants have in common is that they all work to, one, detoxify your body. Again, I have the diatomaceous earth, which is pulling those heavy metals. So now instead of putting aluminum on your body and closing things up, the sandalwood rose is Evelyn's favorite. Yeah. The sandalwood rose reminds me, do you remember, Evelyn, back in the 80s? What's it called? Baby Love. We had that. They had those perfumes. There was like 3 or 4 different versions of them. Or maybe it was Verve and Baby Love when I was in high school. That was in the 80s. And Baby Love smelled just like baby powder. And that's what the sandalwood rose reminds me of to a certain extent. But at any rate, I use only essential oils. And what's really great about it is it gives the scent, but it also gives healing properties. And my deodorant actually does work. And I based it on a science of herbs. Okay. So the first thing that I do is I draw out the toxins. That's the clay. I also use an arrowroot. Sorry, I'm segueing here just a minute. I'm using an organic arrowroot instead of baking soda. Why? Because baking soda is a pH of 9. Your body is a pH of 4 to 5. If you use baking soda on your body instead of like something more gentle, you will oftentimes have breakouts. You will get bumps. People have had like these are those bumps that can actually turn into like little abscesses. So I use that. The first thing I'm doing is drawing out the toxins with the clay, and that the diatomaceous earth is pulling out that and the metal. So now you've got these bacteria. Then I am going after the bacteria with antibacterial ingredients. We've got the coconut oil, which everybody uses as antibacterial. We've got the essential oils, and each one of my essential oil blends feature things that are antibacterial in their nature. So they're going to go after to kill the bacteria because, excuse me, that's my mouth. Because it is the bacteria, not you, that's smelling, right? And thank you. Everyone's letting people know that it works. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's really,
and
I love it.
It's antibacterial and whatnot. So first you kill that bacteria, and then like anything, maybe not all the bacteria gets killed. So what I have in there is a zinc. So first you've got the trace mineral of diatomaceous earth that is pulling those toxins. Then you have zinc. That's actually going to go and encapsulate the bacteria that's left and pull it away. Are you okay? Anyways, it's like one of the kids, right?
Every once in a while, you gotta bring a little humor in and make it a little silly.
It's okay. So it pulls it away. So you're pulling the toxins out, encapsulating them, which then that makes it to where they won't smell for a long period of time. And then I actually use tree sap as an additional odor control item. And think about tree sap, it's a little bit sappy, but it covers up and really adds a really nice consistency and so forth in there. So I do use the science of plants in what I'm making. And it
very
works,
important, yeah.
And I'm super proud of it. And, we took care of my husband's mother for many years. He was taking care of her before we got married and I came in. And I used to think about and taking care of her, what could have been used to help her potentially avoid what she had gone through. And so
she had breast cancer and then brain cancer.
Yes. And so this deodorant really was something that as I thought about it and worked on it, thought she could use. And when I brought this over from my last business to this one, I added a couple things, made some tweaks, changed up my essential oil blends and whatnot.
Upgraded.
Yep, time to upgrade. Elevate, as I like to say, the oils and whatnot. And I really went out of my way to make this really good for boys, because see, what's really boys and men, I should say. What's really important with all of
our
this
boys are
is
starting
that
to use the deodorant.
we use these at different stages of life. So this formula is going to be good for somebody who has maybe a history of cancer or a history of autoimmune or any sorts of sensitivities. It's very, very good for them because of that. Now, if they're allergic to lavender, or let's say they know they're allergic to lemongrass, they're going to want to stay away from obviously that blend. But in terms of being very clean and absolutely I use no synthetics. Okay, one of the things that I stand by is absolutely no synthetics, no palm oil. I don't use those filler things that you're going to see all over the place. They try and sell you on the triglyceride, all that. It is a processed palm oil that they're selling you the merits of if you do the research. I don't use that type of stuff. Just heard one of my kids yelling. It's gluten-free, it's synthetic-free, it's preservative-free. Preservative-free. We don't need all these synthetic preservatives. Yeah, oh, girl, you got a tongue scraper? Yes.
She sells tongue scrapers.
I sell tongue scrapers. It's part of my 3-piece. I have a 3-step healthy mouth kit. And a tongue scraper is step number 1. It is so incredibly critical. Let me finish on the deodorant, but I want to hit back on that tongue scraper because it's super. Did you know that when you use that tongue scraper, you are actually activating all of the organs in your mouth? Yeah. Like, just like your feet, your tongue has pressure points that hit all the organs in your mouth. And so when you're using that, you are stimulating your mouth. That's why when I do it, I'm like on the sides, I'm in the back, I'm doing all that stuff. I'm like, oh, girl, you know what I mean? Because you are activating your body. And the whole thing is about keeping things in constant flow and balance. Anything that's
stagnation, is bad.
Stagnation leads to disease. Yeah. So with the deodorants, you know, I started thinking about my mother-in-law, what maybe could have helped her. And that's where this deodorant kind of evolved from. And I really tried to make something very thoughtful. Going back to the mouth stuff, because Constant brought it up, is we have the 3 steps. So we have I didn't bring a tongue scraper with me, but I use a stainless steel. Some people use copper. Just if you're using copper, do make sure that you clean it really well, because copper can potentially begin to degrade a little bit. Yeah. And when it does that, it can leach heavy metals into your system, which we don't want. But copper is copper's like one of those, like, you have to do it in the right way, but it's very, very healthy for you when done in the right way. The second thing in the healthy mouthing, grab your tongue scraper, Evelyn. In the healthy mouth stuff is dental floss. We know we have to floss. The floss that I have, I've got 2 different versions of it. I've got this one. This is the charcoal. Actually, it's the gray. And then this one is the coffee. And what I love about these is that your coffee one emits negative ions that attract the positive ions of the plaque. The coffee one, so it gets the plaque that way. The charcoal one obviously is antibacterial and freshening. Both of them have peppermint oil, so they are very good for your gums. They add that extra in there. Not just an artificial flavor. You have tried this. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little thing. Eric is a destroyer of dental floss containers.
I have an old dental floss. I don't have any of these.
Let me tell you something. He destroys stuff, and I'm a little bit like OCD. It's
not a little OCD. A lot.
It bothers me, and so that's why I don't.
I have to actually go online and purchase it. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
So what are you doing, Evelyn? And it's cool, like, you know. But yeah, share with everybody, because while I think it's great that they might use mine, they might want to use one of these ideas that do the tongue scraper stuff good. But anyways, and stimulate. I will talk about that. And then this also has coconut oil, so that it's easier to slide in. And coconut oil is also antibacterial and whatnot. So these are super amazing. This coffee one is actually made from recycled coffee grounds. They put it through this process and actually make it into a string. So these are biodegradable. They take time, but they are biodegradable. They're not the type of biodegradable that you're going to want to put in your garden, because they do take a long time to break down, but they are biodegradable in that they will break down. I use golden seal. Do you use the actual golden seal root? Like the stick? That's pretty cool, because you know what? The indigenous people in Africa use neem sticks. That's like a traditional way to clean your teeth. So that makes a lot of sense to me. And yes, I will say that's some real deep herb stuff, Evelyn. You getting down on the herbs. I can't fault you on that. The other thing that I do with these is, as you can see, these are glass and these refill. So you can buy one of these refills of the dental floss and refill it that way, so that you're taking care of
lip balms and oils.
Okay, I'm gonna hurry. He's hurrying me along. And then these tubes are recyclable. The other thing is, and I'm gonna hurry. We're not gonna take forever. I make a really great oil. So my oils are phenomenal. They match the deodorants, and so they're super wonderful. What I love about the oils is that I formulated them so that they would be here. Take something. This is lavender lemongrass here. Mm-hmm. I formulated them so that they are safe for your face. Like I use these regularly at night before I go to bed. It's just my nighttime little thing to rehydrate and keep my skin good. So these are safe for your face. They're non-comedogenic. They also are good. I actually have some in my hair right now, and they're good in your body. You can put them in your bath oil. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Thought of it turns. Yeah, I know we've had this conversation about the tongue scraper and the turning of your stomach. You know what it is? Like, I'm going to tell you. See, here's the thing, Evelyn. What
you got to get past that.
Well, I don't know, but like with the tongue scraper, every morning I scrape my tongue and I get film. And I think I have a fairly decent mouth, but I get film every morning. And if I didn't get that, if I didn't take it off, I would drink water or whatever, and then I would swallow and eat that. And I feel like my body is trying to get that out for a reason. So if I'm swallowing that back down, that's not the way to do that. But anyways, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. But that's just me. I mean, but girl, I love it. You're going to have to show me the stick. I want to see the golden seal. You use an actual stick? You have to show me that one day. I want to see that. Anyways, so what I love about the oils is that they do absorb in, but they're rich. So what I've been able to do is brushing takes it off too. I don't know. I think use your stick more. The oils absorb in really well, and I love them. They're really fabulous, and I've formulated them with enough heavier oils, lighter oils. The combination is really amazing. And one of the things that I really
nice when I put the oil in my beard
is that I don't use filler oil. So I'm sorry, guys. Sunflower seed oil is a filler oil. I don't care how often it's used. There's a couple other filler oils that they're oils and they're better than maybe a chemical. They're better than a chemical, clearly, but they're kind of throwaway oils. I don't do that. So like, for instance, my oils, the first ingredient in it is shea. The second ingredient in it is grapeseed. The third, I've got rice. And so all of these are gluten-free. I've got the jojoba.
It's so pure.
I've got the metaphone seed, which is really amazing. And I've got an amazing squalene, very, very hydrate, wonderful. I've got, then I go into my essential oils and I use a vitamin E that is super high grade. So my vitamin E is 78 to 82% pure. All vitamin E has to be housed in something. Most of the vitamin E that you're going to see, like in the grocery stores and stuff, are housed in acetate, which is a petroleum-based chemical. Mine is based in a soy oil that is non-GMO. And so 82% of it is that vitamin E. Those ones you're getting at like Walgreens or wherever, Dwayne Reed, and they are only 27 to 32% pure. So I want you to think 27% or 32%
or 87.
87%, 82%, and that's, I think, I'm sorry, it is actually 87% pure. That's the difference in the vitamin E. It's the vitamin E that's healing you. It's the vitamin E that you want. So I'm using an ingredient that is much more concentrated. than these other people. So you're
And
getting more.
you really feel the difference, you guys. That's the thing. And let me just say this for you, babe. One thing about the oil, you don't need to use so much. A little bit goes a long way. And I know as I'm drying off and coming out of the shower and I put it on my legs, I'm amazed at how little I use, but yet my legs look hydrated and nice and stuff like that, which you need in Arizona when it's always so hot. You're always wearing shorts. And so that's really important. It's like you can feel your skin of like taking it in, but it still keeps that like that shine and that goodness, you know.
And these are my lip balms. These are
These
4
are
different
so
lip
good.
balms.
All the seasons.
They, so my other thing, my deodorants are based on the days. These are based on the seasons. They are thick. They're about 3 times the regular one.
Yeah,
And
they're
so
big and chunky.
they gradate through. So we've got spring, summer, autumn, winter. They gradate down through. I don't know. I tape them together so people can see kind of my thought process when I was designing these. But what's really cool about these is I use organic flavors. So you're eating 3 to 4 of these a year. And so I started thinking about, like, if I'm eating this, do I want to eat something that's synthetic? Do I want to eat something that's fake? No, I want to eat something that's actual, real, organic, real ingredients.
So she doesn't mean literally eating. It's just that anything that's on your lip gets in your mouth.
And then I boost each one of these flavors with an essential oil. And the oils that I'm using are really, really cool too. I use the metafoam seed in here. That's the second ingredient, which metafoam seed, for anybody who knows, is a very good oil. Look it up. I use chia seed. Think about the way a chia seed gets that little gel around it when it begins to expand, like when it gets wet. That's very super hydrating. I use evening primrose. So I'm using very high antioxidant oils. These antioxidants gets absorbed into your skin. Antioxidants fight free radicals. Free radicals are the things that age us. Free radicals are the things that create the wrinkles. Yeah. And so
takes away the supple skin. And this stuff makes your lips.
Oils in my face.
But this makes your lips softer too, you guys.
And so I've had people.
I could kiss her forever.
I have had people who after using my lip balms for 6 months or so, these are smokers who get the lines in their lips begin to plump out and fill out without the injections and all of that. So I tell people, like, listen, if you're going to do the injections, that's cool. Follow it with something that's natural. If you're not going to do the injections, try using my stuff all the time. Try keeping that with you and just using it throughout the day all the time. I will say this, my lip balm is designed to absorb into your mouth, not create just a waxy barrier on your lips. So what does happen with my lip balms? They sink in. You will reapply them. They last quite a long time. You will find that your lips, even when they don't have lip balm on them,
they still feel like
smooth.
Soft, yeah.
Why? Because the formula itself are designed to absorb into your skin because of the ingredients that I use. I'm not using a petroleum. I'm not using something heavy waxy. I'm not using those things. These heal your skin by absorbing into your skin. And so that's the whole premise of what I'm doing. I love what I do. I am so incredibly blessed. I'm hurrying up because...
Well, no. I want you to tell them the flavors. Go through each one. Spring.
So spring is cherry, lychee, ginger. I really try to come up with unique flavors.
Spring is dope. I love spring.
Organic ginger oil in this. Summer is fresh fruit and lime. I'm sorry. Yeah. And the fresh fruit are watermelon, honeydew, and cantaloupe. So I love all the melons in summer, and I pair that with the lime. The autumn is pomegranate mint green tea. That's for this season right now, Scorpio season. I have mint essential oil in here. I love it. It adds that little bit of tang. And what I love about when you're using natural ingredients is that you can use these things all over your body, right? So like my son gets a cold in the winter. I take some of this with the peppermint oil in it and I rub it on his nostrils, and his nostrils heal up because of the cold, you know what I mean? Because of the peppermint. So it's wonderful. You know what I mean? That's the thing about natural stuff is you can put it all over. Then on for winter, we have cinnamon chai latte, and that has the organic cinnamon oil in it, and it's just kind of warm, and it just makes me think of winter, and it's lovely. All of these use a lipe butter, which is this amazing butter that is allowing the Indonesian people, which is where a bulk of our palm oil is made, to get into a different industry in order to make money. So the thing that's so cool about a lipe butter, and I'm just going to quickly do this, is that they have a pod, a lipe pod, and it takes 3 to 5 years to mature. And if the people pick it before it's time, it will not make the butter. So the best thing to do is to let the tree actually drop the lipe pod when it's ready, 3 to 5 years. So you have to be patient. Which is Sabali, patient, in order to get this. But also by my investing in this type of ingredient, it allows for the people in that world to go, wait a minute, if we're growing this, we're going to actually make money. We don't have to keep making the palm oil, which is destroying the indigenous the animals, the plants, the atmosphere. They're the biggest creators of greenhouse gas, that sort of stuff. You have the blue one. So wait, do you have this one right here? The one with the peppermint in it? Anyways, I love that one. That's my favorite. I'm not supposed to say that because then you're going to buy only that one. They're all really wonderful. I use them all. And I really do.
Which one's your favorite? Autumn?
I like the peppermint. I do, and it's multifaceted. The other thing life hack.
I like
you can
spraying
rub it on your cuticles. If you scrape off a little bit, you can use it on your cuticles, and it's going to make your cuticles really wonderful.
There's a couple other products that she hasn't brought over that she used to make in her old line that, as the business grows and expands, she will be doing. And one of them is this everything bar, but another one is the cuticle nail cream. And it's hard, right? I'm gonna admit I'm somebody that used to, and still sometimes when I'm working so hard and get stressed, I tend to bite my nails. Terrible, naughty habit, but I will tell you, when I put on her nail thing, my nails get stronger and thicker, and they grow so quick, but it also prevents me from biting my nails. And so I want her to, reintroduce the everything bar, which you can put on your arthritis,
guys,
your pain. Yeah.
I'm going to be redoing those, and I'm
excited.
I'm actually going to I have an amazing healing balm that is just to die for. It was my best seller of my last business, but I'm going to be actually making it even better. No, the light blue. Okay, so you have the one that's actually, you have the only one of it that's made with cocoa butter instead of a lipe butter. And that is an amazing, it's a little bit smoother. It's a really yummy, like it's yummy. Like, oh, that's a good one. Hope brought up a really good point. She can't do anything with cinnamon. And so, but that's
she's got plenty of stuff without cinnamon.
That something you're allergic to, you can stay away from it. So like, let's say for instance, if you were to ever want to buy, because I sell my lip balms in a seasonal package that come in this really cool little box with has all this nice.
You could double up on one flavor and she'll take out the cinnamon.
This is that, and then
you could double up on the spring.
Don't put this in there. I could take the cinnamon out specifically for you. But so this box, I love it. It talks about love and the earth and knowledge and botanicals, all the different things I've built this line around. I'm hurrying, guys. I thank you so much for hanging in here with me.
We appreciate you guys.
I have this is my travel kit. I actually made this for
she's got a Black Friday sale coming up. We both do.
So I made this I'm still coming up with all my Black Friday sales, but this particular kit I made for a high-end business coach. And so all of her Fortune 500 folks got this kit. And there's somebody else. And then this was also featured at a Joe Dispenza retreat for their people. So I've had my stuff with some really amazing people. I've also been in my products are at Marival, which is another amazing high-end spa, like Oprah and Deepak and all those folks do their stuff there. It's the most, it's an amazing place. So I've really gotten the stamp of approval from some very high-end people. Not to say that that's the end-all be-all, but I make a very, very high quality, good,
clean, pure
clean
product.
And I formulate using what I call the whole ingredient formulation. So I start with all that good stuff at the top, and I don't put fillers and all that kind of stuff in. So it makes for a very, very rich product. Oh, hitting back on this deodorant, because I love to detox and keep the body healthy. Evelyn, I don't know if I've ever told you this. I mean, I have told you this, but I don't know. But anyways, you can put this all over your body. And one of the best things that you can do to uplift your health is to put it on the soles of your feet. So you're either going to want to get 2 deodorants, one that you use solely for your feet and one that you use on your underarms, or you can scrape it with like maybe, I don't know, a spoon or, whatever, scrape your fingernail, and you put it on the soles of your feet. What's really wonderful about that is that our feet are amazing areas to detox our body.
Reflexology.
So
just like you could put limes or onions in your feet. Yeah.
Exactly. So you're putting this under your arms where all your lymph nodes or many of your lymph nodes are located, and sweat naturally to help draw out toxins from your body there. But if you put it on your feet too, you are just upping that full body detox, which is super important. I have literally had women go from poofs to pits under their arms, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm making a beautiful product. I'm using these really amazing ingredients.
But it's all about health.
I'm trying to help people understand that this is about health, and health can be beautiful. Health can be indulgent.
And
health
smell
can
good.
be smelling good. Health can be all of those things, but health is at the end of the day. Like, one thing about us, and especially after what he went through, you have nothing if you do not have your health. You have
Virgo Pisces access, the health access.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yes, do try it. Oh, you love the oil. Thank you. Yay.
Yeah. So you guys reach out to sabalipure.com.
So starting next week, I'm going to be running some sales. So the first one is, if you make a $30 purchase, you will get a free dental floss. If you do a $50 purchase, I will give you a free lip balm. Okay. And thank you, Miko. And if you, I'm gonna have several different things, because I like Black Fridays where you can like get different things at different levels. My big shebang is going to be if you buy 3 of my oils, and these are $39.50. But I promise you, I've had people compare this to Osea, and I've had people actually tell me they like it better than Osea. And I will tell you, Osea's main ingredient is that sunflower seed. I don't use sunflower seed because I really consider it a filler oil. My main ingredient is a shea oil. Anyways, so if you buy 3 of these, you will get a seasonal collection. So all 4 lip balms. And Hope, if you do that, I will not put in the winter one, and you'll get it in this really
and these
cool
are great
box.
holiday gifts, you
and
guys.
And that's what I was about to say to you. If you did that, you could have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gifts, because these are great stocking stuffers, and they're small gifts, and they're lovely. But you could have 7 gifts. You know what I mean? And like at $39.50 a piece, you're looking at like under $120. And you'd have 7 gifts. Yeah. So,
something to think about.
Right. No, and totally. I'm sorry, that does suck, because Hope's saying she loves cinnamon, but it doesn't love her. I can appreciate that. But we
got to honor our bodies and your health.
And that's just it. Your body has other plans. So, and I'm going to be doing, stickers for all the orders. And what I love about that is, if you use this and you share it with people on social media and you send me a picture that you shared it, I will give you a coupon to save money. But one more thing before I go, and I know I'm hitting you guys with so many things because I feel like I just got to get to you. I do fundraisers. And for people who have actual nonprofit organizations, I align with your organization. We do sales, and I pay you anywhere from $30 to 50% of the sales back. So it's a win-win. You order from me, you get the sales, your people get really great product, and it's a good amount of money because, as you guys know, so often these other companies, they're not giving you 50%. And basically, I just run it in tiers. And if you do want to ever have a conversation with me, or you know anybody with a nonprofit who might be interested in this sort of thing, they can really do 30 to 50%. 30% is the minimum that you would get for running a sale with me. Obviously, I have to like your nonprofit. If I don't, I can't align with you. It's got to be in alignment. But if I like what you're doing and I like who you're serving and that sort of thing, please, I really want, my heart is just to want to help people as best that I can.
And we are all about service and helping people. You know,
so
it's the Taylor way.
the Taylor way. So thank you guys so very much. I thank you for sharing in with us your Friday night, our Friday night.
Yeah, no, this was fun. This was
Um,
fun, and I'm getting tired. I got a big day tomorrow.
He does. I got
So
work.
I'm gonna be emailing out the link for Coffee Talk. If you want to come and join, you can email me directly at BigEAstrology@gmail.com. The Cash App is $T2UC, Taylor to You Coaching, or Taylor2Coaching@gmail.com. You just pay as a friend on PayPal. And, you know, I really just thank you. It's great. You know, I like, you know, when you guys interact with my wife. That's why I want to have her on.
Oh, you know what? I guess I should put the name of my website on here. I didn't even do that.
I already did
you?
it. It's in the description.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Her website and her email is in the description. Do me a favor, you guys. Please like. And when this show's done, just real quick before you go to bed, fire emoji. Thanks, Eric and Allana. A little quick comment.
Thank
Just
you guys.
helps it grow in the algorithms. And share this out on your Facebook, your X, your you know, wherever you can, and spread the word to other people.
And
your
once
LinkedIn.
I'm able, just on a different note, once I'm able to get our shelf up, we're gonna need stuff to fill it. So any of our small business people who have different things, I would love to be able to include something. If it's something that you have that you're selling and that we align with, I would love to be able to include you in our shelf once we get it. So keep it in mind, okay?
Yeah, it'd be like free promotions because it'll be right here on the camera.
You know what?
Or my lives,
listen,
on my videos. Yeah.
It's gonna take a village. Our world is going through some changes. I truly believe in the entrepreneur and the small business person. And I also think that we have better stuff. Like I'll tell you, my products are healthy for you and they're just better. And big people don't make it. And I know there's other amazing entrepreneurs out there who are making amazing products that are good for us. So I want to help promote anyone in any way that we can.
Yeah. So. And like I said, just, you know, reach out and hey, Scorpio season ends November 22nd. That's Wednesday. And then Sagittarius season begins and the Sagittarius birth chart sale will begin. So I'll be back on live Tuesday night and then kind of take off for the holiday to the following week. But I will be announcing my Black Friday sale, which will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And, you know, ending the Scorpio birth chart and beginning the Sagittarius birth chart. So any Scorpio sun, moon risings out there, it's either $98, 60 minutes live over Zoom. You get the recording, live questions, full 12 house zodiac wheel interpretation with videos of your planetary placements, or the big shebang, which she tried to, did you hear her earlier? She tried to take that from me. I make the big shebang. I'm the big shebang.
He's a big shebang.
The big shebang is a 40 to 50 minute custom.
Sad season.
Yeah, sad season for Scorpio. Well, I was talking about Scorpio now.
Sorry.
It's $206, normally $260, but it's a 40 to 50 minute custom video summary, which is a mini movie of your life. No other astrologer does this. And you get an audio transit report, right? Recording of your current and future transits in your natal birth chart, plus videos of your planetary placements. And this is for $206 for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Really proud of that service. People love it. It's like you sit back, get some popcorn, and you're watching your life story play out in a video, and it's like your chart and the interpretation and music and graphic. It's really fun, and everybody who gets it, they love it. They really, really love it. So I'm just glad to provide that for people. Have a wonderful Capricorn
Thank you
Moon,
guys so
Aquarius Moon
much.
weekend. Avoid the noise and arguments. Focus on your plans, your schedule, right? What do you
Rise
how
above, elevate.
how are you ending the year, and how are you going to transition to 2024 or Universal 8 year? Okay, so put the boots on the ground now for that.
Ooh.
Okay.
2024 is Universal 8 year?
Yeah.
I guess it is.
Yes, it is. 2024. Yeah.
Get out of here.
So
All
it's
right.
a karmic year, but
Elevate.
it's a year
In
of
the year of 8.
of the money.
Woo!
Money.
Yay! I'm ready for 23 to be over, y'all.
It's been a good year, though.
It has been a good year, but I just feel like let's go. I'm ready. Thank you, everybody. Mwah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, episode 173. Knowledge is love.
Okay.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Good night.
BigEAstrology. Later.
Okay.
Click it and click.